On this trip to Scotland, we stayed somewhere totally different, a cozy shepherd's hut on a working sheep farm outside of Edinburgh. And honestly, it was magical. Hey there, I'm Hazel with Travel on Trips, and on this vacation, I was with my mom, her best friend, and my friend. And we've been to Edinburgh several times before, and we wanted to try something a little bit different, something that was peaceful and scenic. So we decided to look north. Not only was it magical, it's also more cost effective than staying in the city center. Now, one thing to know is you are going to need a car. So if you're not comfortable driving on the left, it's something you definitely need to consider. The second thing is it's a real working farm. And with that comes the sounds and smells of a working farm. So if you're sensitive, you might want to reconsider. For us, it just added to the charm. When we arrived at Craigduckie Shepherd's Huts, the view alone made us stop and take a deep breath. The rolling green hills, the wandering sheep, it was just beautiful and such a warm welcome. We'll get to drive through the countryside and the sweetest small villages on your way to the property. And when you want to head into Edinburgh, it's incredibly easy too. We drove just about 12 minutes to the Inverkeithing Park and Ride, parked the car, and we took either the bus or the train into Waverley Station. The train ride is only about 15 minutes. It's fast, inexpensive, way easier than dealing with city traffic. There's also a big Tesco nearby, so if you need groceries or supplies, it's easy to get to. For tickets for the train, they offer great discounts. Our party of 4 automatically saved the group save ticket, which took about 30% off the total fare. Seniors also get a great discount too. It's honestly one of the easiest and most affordable ways to get into Edinburgh. And you never know who you'll run into. My mom actually met someone famous at the station. Only in Scotland, right? To get to the huts, you're going to cross the Queen's Ferry Crossing, which is the newest of the 3 iconic Forth bridges. It spans the Firth of Forth, and it opened in 2017. It's actually considered one of the modern engineering marvels because of its cable-stayed designs and the longest of its kind in the world. Cars and buses use this one, but the trains use the historic Red Forth Bridge, which was built in 1890. Even though I was a little nervous to drive on the left again, it honestly felt just like driving in the Highlands. It was natural, scenic, and relaxed. And having everyone in the car repeating, stay left, definitely helped when making turns. When you arrive at Waverley Station, it drops you right off at the footsteps of Edinburgh's Old Town. Turn left and you're walking straight up into medieval history. Turn right and you're in the new town with the Georgian squares and great shopping. Both are worth exploring if you have the time. If you've already explored Edinburgh and you want a relaxing day trip, you might consider heading north like we did. And you can drive to places like St. Andrews Golf Course or Crail Harbour. There's some beautiful coastlines and beaches, and even pop into the church cave at St. Monan's. When we arrived in Edinburgh, we made our first stop at Blackness Castle. Although the castle was closed by the time we got there, there's a beautiful walking path that you can access the castle. And we had dinner at the Lobster Pot. I highly recommend that you make reservations if you do want to eat at this establishment. Once inside the restaurant, there were local musicians gathered around in a circle for a traditional folk session called The Session in Scotland, where anyone can join in and play. It was such a fun experience, and not to mention, the food was delicious. Speaking about food, we added the breakfast baskets at the Shepherd's Huts, which included fresh local produce and enough ingredients for all 3 mornings of our stay. And as a bonus, each hut received a homemade Victoria sponge cake. Do I even need an explanation? We just devoured it. It was at the end of May when we visited, and there were still a few lambs in the fields, which was so cute. Our farm experience was so special. We got to feed the chickens and we got to collect our own fresh eggs. It just felt so wholesome and grounding. The owners were incredibly friendly, offered us tours, and they had one secret up their sleeve: these 2 amazing outdoor soaking tubs. I don't think they need an explanation. Staying at Craigduckie Shepherd's Huts was everything we had hoped for. Peaceful, unique, cozy, and full of little surprises. If you want something different from the usual city center stay, this is definitely an unforgettable way to experience Scotland on a real working sheep farm. Thanks for coming along on this magical countryside stay with us. If you're planning a trip to Scotland and you want something special, make sure to save this video. You never know, this might be the perfect stay for you too. What a wonderful way to experience true Scottish countryside and how the local people live on a working sheep farm. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know, is there somewhere you've stayed that's unique that we should check out too? We'd love to hear. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, we'll see you in the next adventure.